Bitcoin Otter Radio Show.
Oh my God, I love you so much!
On 97.7 FM, The City.
Greetings, blessings, and good fortune, everyone. We're here again in the studios, here at KCYP, The City, 97.7 FM, here out of McAllen, Texas. We're in the McAllen Creative Incubator. I have two special guests today. They're recruiters from the Texas State Guard 3rd Brigade. So today, I proudly introduce you to Sergeant Sanchez and Sergeant Cantu, who are going to tell us a little bit about the job, the mission, the purpose, all those good things and answer some questions, hopefully, if anyone would like to, try to check them out, see if you want to, join. So we're going to go right into it, and what we'd like to do is I'm going to have them tell a little bit about what their mission is, and then I'll ask them a few questions, hopefully things that you all would want to hear answers to. Go ahead, sir, whichever one you guys want to talk. Go ahead, please tell us your mission and what it is that you do in the Texas State Guard.
So my name is Sergeant Sanchez. I'm Chief Recruiter for 3rd Brigade, and my job is to oversee recruiting all the way from El Paso, Laredo, Corpus, and the Rio Grande Valley. So I supervise recruiters in the area. My job is to oversee recruiting and retention.
Awesome.
I'm Sergeant Cantu. I am based out of the Corpus Christi area. Primarily, I am a paramedic by trade, and in the Texas State Guard, I work as a medic. But additionally to that, I do recruiting duty. So we're working diligently at this time to try to increase our numbers throughout all of South Texas, including the Rio Grande Valley, and that's what we're doing.
Excellent, excellent. We had some time to discuss things prior to this show right now, and it was intriguing to me. I learned a lot. A few of the questions that we might have: what are the age requirements to go into the Texas State Guard?
So the age, enlistment age is from 17 to 67, and retirement at 70. Juniors from high school can actually enlist in the Texas State Guard with parental permission, and ages, like I said, they go all the way to 67 years of age. And if you're in the Guard, you can retire at the age of 70.
Excellent. Excellent. So that could be a long career, depending on how long you want to stay with it, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. What about physical requirements? Anything there?
For physical requirements, we do have a height and weight regulation that service members must meet. It varies depending by age, height, and weight. That's the way it's...
Like a body mass index kind of thing? Like if you're really tall, you can be larger, maybe a little belly, whatever, but... it gauges on your height and weight.
It falls under the Texas State Guard regulation.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. And you all can, you can answer the individual questions of someone if they wanted to come down to one of your offices, right?
That is correct. So we have recruiters all over the areas. We have recruiters in the El Paso area. We have recruiters in Laredo. We have recruiters in Corpus, and we have recruiters in the Rio Grande Valley.
Excellent. Excellent. So speak to me, please, on and everyone listening. We got a few. Hey, Al. Hey, Eddie. Good to see you. What is it that someone can do in the Texas State Guard? What are the MOSs, the missions that they can accomplish?
There's a lot of different missions that we do within the Guard. As I mentioned, I'm a medic, so we have one of the roles that we do is a medical mission. We provide medical support for anytime a local government is requesting support from the state of Texas, we can mobilize our State Guard members to come and participate and help with whatever the case is. So it may be like a natural disaster. In the case of a natural disaster, maybe a hurricane evacuation, we can respond. And so one of those jobs would be for me as a medical person. I may go and help provide first aid. I may help with doing assessments on people that might have medical conditions to see what kind of treatments they might need. Another thing that we do is we manage shelters. So the American Red Cross will set up shelters and we'll help man those shelters. That's another one of the jobs that we do. We also have several other functions. We have dive teams. So we have they're equivalent to commercial drivers. They're nationally certified and trained divers. And so they'll go out and they can do inspections, they can do recoveries, all kinds of things like that. We have boat teams that have watercraft that go out and do different kinds of missions for that. We also have search and rescue. So we have our search and rescue teams are certified as well. They're located throughout the state of Texas. So if there's a a situation or a case where, hey, we have a missing person out in the brush, we can mobilize a team of certified search and rescue personnel that go out and can find that person, or and not necessarily just personnel, but maybe they need to find some kind of asset that's been lost by another agency. So those are some of the main ones. We also do engineering. So we have engineering personnel that can do inspections on bridges and buildings and things like that. If there's an earthquake or a hurricane that causes damage, they can come in and do that kind of support for that mission. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones that we have.
We have chaplains.
Right, we do have
We look
chaplains.
for chaplains.
Chaplains, excellent.
Yes, we need chaplains, JAGs, and those are
JAGs are lawyers, right?
Yes.
Right. Yep.
Yep.
Of the UCMJ or
We follow under the TCMJ, so the Texas Code of Military, the Texas Code of Military Justice is what we fall under. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not JAG myself, but it does mirror quite closely to the UCMJ. So a lot of the articles may not line up exactly, but generally if there's an article there, we have an equivalency in the TCMJ.
Excellent, excellent. Now that sounds like a lot of high-speed stuff to me. Is there anything someone could get the experience, or better said, the training for any of those MOSs in the Texas State Guard? Or is it something they already need to be equipped with, licensed, and all that stuff before they come in?
It does vary based on that MOS or that job function. So as I mentioned, we do have our certified divers. We do have our certified search and rescue personnel. Those are trainings that we do in-house. We provide that for them. When it comes to a lot of the medical ones, generally we look for people that have EMT, paramedic, nursing.
They have certifications that are outside the Guard. Correct?
Right.
Yeah.
So that said, we recruit somebody who is interested in becoming a nurse and they're wanting to go to school. So they may not be a nurse yet. We can help accommodate them with that. You want to talk a little bit about our education benefits?
Of course, yes. So we offer tuition reimbursement also for especially our younger students that are graduating from high school. If they don't get if they don't have money to go to school, we offer tuition reimbursement. How does that work? At the end of semester, they apply, and based on whatever they qualify, they get that money so they can pay that semester. They must pass the coursework, though, and we pay up to a bachelor's degree for those people who are interested.
Okay, now what would be the commitment for that type of assistance?
Okay, so as far as the commitment, they must be an active service member in the State Guard actively. They must attend drills. They must be in good standings in order to qualify for all those.
Active meaning 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year?
We drill the third brigade drills the second Saturday out of every month. You must meet the 80% drill attendance, which means you must be in good standings.
Got it. And then is there a yearly commitment?
So the Texas State Guard asks for a 3-year commitment to people who come in. We ask for committed individuals not only to come in, since we don't have a contract, we ask for committed individuals to want to come and serve our great state and serve at least a minimum of 3 years.
So it sounds to me like it's a majority of self-motivated people.
That is correct.
You're asking for people that are motivated inside, willing to serve, and you're not expecting them to do it for free. There are benefits, just like you just went over the educational benefits, which sounds great. I mean, if you can't get a scholarship and you want to earn your way through, that sounds like a good deal to me.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that, if I was in that position, 18 years old, couldn't get my college paid for, but I knew what I wanted to do, that would be a viable, to me anyway, that'd be a viable career option for me. I'm just saying, that would be me. So what is it that you guys have gotten out of your service for the Texas State Guard that gave you the best? It's like, man, you come home from that mission or something and you're like, you know what? I'm really glad I do what I do. So
for me personally, there's two things. The first primary thing is going to be just the relationships that we develop with our fellow soldiers. Sergeant Sanchez here, we've met through doing recruiting. And so we've kind of developed a bond where, I can always call on him for anything I need. Hey, Sergeant, I got this problem at home. Can you help me? He'll pick up the phone and whatever he can do. Same thing, if he needs something from me, I can help him out. And I've got bonds like that with people all over the state of Texas that I've met
that's a lifelong
from the
thing,
Guard.
right?
Absolutely.
I mean, come, go, indifferent, whatever. You guys are still, going to be able to talk to each other and just laugh about old times and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. And then the other side of it is just doing that humanitarian service. One of the things that we do here in the Rio Grande Valley specifically is we have a mission every year where we come down and we provide medical care in the area. And so I believe we have our mission coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'll be attending that. But I've done it in the past, and this is something where we provide this medical care regardless of nationality, regardless of race, regardless of ability to pay for anything. We're not concerned about those things. We want to make sure that we're just providing medical care for people.
Public service.
Absolutely. And so we've had patients come to us that needed help, but they had no other way to get that help. And just seeing that opportunity for somebody to get help that they need and being there to provide that for them, that's, I think, the greatest benefit of all.
Yeah, that's got to be fulfilling.
Absolutely.
Somebody that really has no other option, and then you're there and you can fulfill that need that they have. Yeah, that sounds great. Anything you guys want to add that you would think, hey, if somebody's kind of on the fence about this, I can talk about this, or I can say, hey, this is what tipped me over towards the State Guard.
So for me, I was aged out to join federal service. So the Texas State Guard provided me with being able to serve, to be in the military, to get that experience. I never joined federal service, and I joined the Texas State Guard at the age of 38. I got that opportunity to service, to be of service to my great state, get good training, build strong camaraderies with different service members across the state of Texas. I've developed a lot of friendships, bonds, all the way from El Paso to the Rio Grande Valley.
Big area.
Yes, a big area. Yes, and even further down, San Antonio, Austin, because we cover the whole state. We're just divided into different regions, but that's one of the things that this Texas State Guard has done for me, being able to serve.
Yes, that's important. Yeah, I mean, if we don't serve, well, why are we here, right? When you think about it, if we're only living for ourselves, it's not much of a life. That's the way I look at it anyway. But so let me ask you this. This came into my mind. If I were to join the Texas State Guard here in the 3rd Brigade, for the 3rd Brigade, is it pretty much between El Paso and Corpus? That's going to be the area where there's a tornado, there's a storm, there's something that happens, and we go and we respond, right? Or would you be expected anywhere in the whole state of Texas?
So the way it would be is you would train in your area, in your own home of record, but we're of service to the whole great state of Texas. Okay. Wherever Texas needs us and they need our assistance, we might be able to go assist, whether it's in the Houston area, here in the Valley, San Antonio, Austin, anywhere where they need us, and we can support, and we get sent out. We can go anywhere within the state, but only within the state of Texas. We only deploy within our state.
So the command center is basically the governor's office, right?
So our headquarters is based out of Camp Maybury in Austin.
Okay.
That's where Texas State Guard headquarters is at.
But as far as the chief,
yes,
command is the governor.
That is correct. He's our commander-in-chief.
So the president, whoever that may be, congressman, whatever, they can say whatever they want, but the authority sits in the governor's seat.
Well, yes.
Absolutely.
Excellent. That's for all of us, and I've heard you say the great state of Texas many times, and I feel the same way.
Yes.
I wasn't raised here, but I was born here, and I have served here. And I'll tell you what, this state is unequaled when it comes to pride and just the esprit de corps that
Absolutely.
is between the service people who serve others in this great state. So that's excellent. Is there anything else you would like to speak to before we? I'm going to ask you guys for some contact info, maybe a website that our listeners can check into.
I'd just like to expand a little bit upon something that he mentioned earlier, as far as the commitment. So we do ask people to commit for the 3-year time frame, but that said, he mentioned it's not a contract. So you come in and you say, hey, I really want to serve for 3 years. Well, then further down the line, you're a year and a half in, and something happens. A life-changing event happens. Say, hey, I'm not going to be able to follow through with my commitment because of whatever reason. Okay, we're understanding of that. We're not going to send you to prison because you didn't do your 3-year commitment type of thing. But it's just something that we put in place so that people understand when they're signing up, like, hey, there's a reason for this. We're asking you to make this commitment, knowing that we're going to be asking you to serve. It's not something where we want people to just come in and say, oh, yeah, let me just try it out, and, I'm out of here. So that's why we ask that commitment there. And talking back on the high school students that are graduating and looking to get that military service, this is a fantastic way to get that experience. I talk to a lot of moms who are, well, I don't want my mijo going to war. Okay, well, why don't we have them serve in the military, helping out their fellow Texans? And so we'll get a lot of recruits that, I talk to their mom and they feel much more comfortable because they're not going off to war. They're going to be at home taking care of their family and their friends and their relatives in this area whenever we call for that help. Right. And so it gives students, people that are young and graduating, it gives them the opportunity to serve. It gives them the opportunity to have some of that military training and responsibility that's given into them, that maybe it might be their first chance to ever have a structured job. And so that also looks great on their college applications. That looks great on their job applications in the future. So it's a great opportunity for people that are looking to start off like that. But that said, of course, he said our maximum recruiting age. So we're welcome anybody at any age, any walk of life that wants to come and serve. That meets the requirements.
There's pretty much a place for just about
absolutely,
anybody, right? Yeah, and when you mentioned that about the commitment yet not the contract, I would imagine that as recruiters, you guys probably don't work on the same principle as the regular military. The recruiters there, I mean, they try to lock you in. It's all high pressure, and they try to lock you in because they know once you sign that contract, you belong to the government, right? So I doubt that, based on what you just told us, that you guys are going to pressure anybody into anything. Absolutely not.
We're completely transparent. We're honest. I've had friends tell me, oh, don't go lying to those kids at school. Like, no, I don't do that. We have no reason to do that. Right.
It's a commitment, not a contract.
Right.
Exactly.
We have no reason. We're not getting that pressure to, you got to pump those numbers up. That's not what we're about. We want the people that are going to commit to actually serving and doing a good job. That's what we're looking for. And so that's what we're going to push for.
Also piggybacking off what he said, I also wanted to mention the biggest mission of the State Guard. So we do a lot of, because people always see people in uniform and automatically think they're going to go to war. Sure. So Texas State Guard, what we do is we do more emergency response. That's our main focus. We do emergency response. We answer to natural disasters, hurricanes, floods, any type of state emergency. That's what we do. We're here to work with local, state, and federal agencies for all that type of emergency response. So that's our goal.
Excellent. Okay, so how would we contact you, potential candidates? How would they contact you?
So they can go to the TMD website and go to the Texas State Guard website, or they can also call the different phone numbers. Main phone number is 737-529-7359, or you want.
That's okay.
Forget the.
We'll do the website,
URL,
and
yeah.
if you text me the website,
Yes.
I'll put it under the video when I post the video, and we could do it also for Joe's. Joe's back there, guys. There he is. He's as usual the steady guy right there, helping us out here. So yeah, we're gonna put up a link to it after the video.
Yes.
Dan's up. Good to see you. Need to turn on my volume. Apparently, we need to turn on my volume. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. So I'll just speak a little louder. We're almost to the end, and I just wanted to let everybody know that if you've watched this show before, you know that we're all about service. We're all about helping people out. My particular mission is to help people that want to prepare themselves and their family for some type of financial looming disaster, which I believe, and I'm not trying to sell anybody my jackpot, I'm just saying I believe that things are coming up that it might behoove us to prepare ourselves and our families for some type of financial hardship. But the service that we talk about can have many different avenues. And these gentlemen are talking about a service to the great state of Texas. This is something that people need. There's always going to be a need out there. And no matter what you think you are or are not capable of doing, sounds to me like there's a place for you if you really want to serve, the fellow Texans in your area.
That's why the Texas State Guard model is Texans serving Texans. That's
Excellent.
what we do.
Excellent. That's a great model.
Yes,
That's
it is.
good. So we're about to close out. Anything you guys want to add?
No, I appreciate you having me here.
Thank you very much.
Glad to have you. Okay, everybody, we're going to sign out now. Thank you for watching. Thanks, Dan, for letting me know that I got to talk a little louder. And we'll see you next time with some more great guests, and some more commentary and opinion on my side, and hopefully responses from you on your side. Thank you for watching. God bless you. God bless your families. And God bless the great state of Texas.
This is the Bitcoin Otter Radio Show.
Oh my God, I love you so much.
On 97.7 FM, The City.